By the way, Sonic 3 trailer dropped. I know, I haven't seen it yet.
Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow.
I like the Sonic movies. I've also been like a Ben Schwartz motherfucker for like ages. I think Ben Schwartz is a fantastic comedian. And like, Ben Schwartz, every role that Ben Schwartz has gotten has been like really funny, really entertaining to watch. He's good as Sonic. The only thing that's wrong with Sonic is like in the first movie he was kind of written like kind of cringed, like, you know. Then as the films continued, he got better. I like him a lot more in the second one. But Ben Schwartz was just able to take the writing and absolutely fucking blow it out of the park. Watch his improv stuff. It is genuinely amazing. Some of the best improv I have seen out of like modern day comedians. One of the funniest things about the first Sonic movie was me having some shitty French movie ranter claiming it only beat Birds of Prey because the right-wingers watching it. Fuck, I remember that controversy, right? Like, that was so stupid. The whole thing was so idiotic. But it was hilarious. I will not deny, it was some of the funniest, like, Twitter controversy I have seen in a long time, and it was over movies. Not, like, genuine, like, things that need to be worried about, like fucking movies. Totally not because Birds of Prey was a follow-up. Was the god-awful Suicide Squad. That's true. Birds of Prey was the movie immediately after Suicide Squad. And people did not like the original. I am one of those people. I did not see Birds of Prey until very recently. Before I ended up watching the Suicide Squad, and after I had watched Suicide Squad again, fucking hate the Joker in that movie. He's cringe and doesn't look good. I love Harley in it. Harley's just a bad bitch, and I love her. Even if it's like badly written Harley, I will always love Harley because like the designs that they make for her, I very rarely get disappointed at a Harley Quinn design. Very rarely does that happen. I was fine with the first... Yeah, the first one was fine. If we ignore the Joker, the film was fine. It was okay at best. But it wasn't the big movie that they were expecting it to be. And they clearly had high expectations for that movie, and it just did not work. So it ended up causing... Birds of Prey to do kind of poorly, even though I'm not a huge fan of Birds of Prey, but I think it's a fun movie. But Sonic was a movie that we had been mentally fucking preparing for years. We hadn't gotten a quote-unquote Sonic movie since like the 90s. We hadn't gotten that in ages. But superhero movies like that were just normal. You expected them to come out. Sonic, you didn't. You didn't expect a Sonic movie to come out. And on top of that, I totally think Ugly Sonic was a marketing ploy to get people to look at the movie. There's no way they unironically looked at that freak of nature and thought, yeah, this is a good Sonic the Hedgehog design. I totally think it was a cop-out. It was a funny haha joke to make people look at the movie a lot more. And you know what? It fucking worked. Everybody made fun of it. And then he got fixed and people were like, oh, it's probably not going to be any good. And then it was a decent movie. I saw it in theaters. Saw it with my dad. It was a fun movie. My only complaint is that Sonic flosses in the movie, and that's kind of cringe. The whole point is that he's like a cringe teenager on this nowhere planet. And I love that. I loved that that's the angle they decided to take with the movie. The whole reason the Sonic movie ended up doing a lot better than Birds of Prey did is because Birds of Prey was kind of something that we expected. We expected a sequel to Suicide Squad. Sonic, we hadn't been anticipating because there hadn't been a movie in about like 25 to 30 years. So when it got announced and we saw how god-awful Sonic looked, everybody went fucking wild. And then we all watched it because it got marketed very cleverly by Sonic Team. And if there's one thing that the Sonic movie team knows how to fucking do, it's market. And sell you on these fucking movies. Those movies are golden. Yeah, we're getting Shadow now. Like these movies are actually really cleverly, like, put together. In terms of, like, first it was Sonic, and, like, you know, good for a standalone movie, good for the first movie, just a Sonic movie. And then the second Sonic movie had Tails and it had Knuckles. I died inside when I saw a video of people reacting to the trailer, and you hear a kid go, "Was that Sonic.exe?" Oh, and also, not to mention, one of the biggest things about the third Sonic movie, Keanu Reeves, is Shadow the Hedgehog. Baba Yaga himself is fucking Shadow the Hedgehog. And that is poggers. Oh yeah, he was, Neo in The Matrix. You're right, you are correct. So you have Neo from The Matrix and John fucking Wick, about to be paired with Ben Schwartz, Leonardo from Rise of the TMNT, one of the Duck triplets from DuckTales. Like, it's a wild ride. I am so excited to see how these two are just going to interact. I'm excited to see, like, the behind the scenes.